Live,
Oh, hello,
live,
You're
live,
travelers.
live. We are
live,
live in our recording.
live in our
Uh,
recording.
Live in
Live
our
in our recording
recording.
studio. Yeah, recording studio. Wow.
I'm
No
so
audience
used to
for
the
this
live version.
episode.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
used
just
to the
us
live
three
version
below.
already.
Bloop.
Oh man, it's been a hot minute. I lost track of the episode number. We've got some
5 question
miles.
mark?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, probably. Yeah, we've got a bunch already, so that's a good sign. So
Yep.
I think we should catch up first. Like, how's everyone been since the last one? Who wants to start?
I will
Anything
be the
new?
audience. And like, we were good. We missed you guys.
Oh yeah, thank
Hello,
you.
hello, hello.
I got something to share, dudes. For the Frazetta fans out there, this
Oh
thing's a
yeah,
beauty.
and I
Woo!
want
Hell
that too.
yeah.
I'll buy that next
This is
year.
so hard back.
Don't
Dude.
you already have that, DJ Lumpia?
No,
Don't you have
I
that at
have
home?
the Frazetta sketches.
Oh, these are
Rough
paintings?
work. I
What
think
are
that's
they?
Both.
the title. Rough work. Is that right? Because I don't
I think
remember.
so.
Damn.
He has a lot of
Yeah,
books, but
I
hard to
want to
find them.
complete Frazetta books too. Maybe in the future.
He has some. His inks are here, as well as some paintings and his comics. He did a bunch of comics too back in the day.
Oh,
So
yeah, for
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
a lot of comics,
Hmm.
posters, cover art.
yeah.
Like,
This is
just
the
imagine, guys, if Frazetta is your mentor.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I think
Yeah.
he'd be very laid back based from how Ellie Frazetta. Oh, sorry, not Ellie. Sarah Frazetta talks about him.
Yeah,
I
the
think it's pretty
granddaughter,
chill.
right?
Yeah, yeah, that one. He's
I think
very
he
active.
doesn't teach pretty good. Like, I think he will just watch over you and
He just
Based on
encourages
his
probably
you.
say
personality.
something about your maybe you're not talented enough. I don't know. I think he's a lazy teacher. I don't know. He's great on his own, but I don't think he's a good
Uh-huh.
mentor. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I did not
I
live
think that's.
that life.
From what I read so far, he liked to goof off a lot. Like
Mm,
he'd only work for 4 hours, then that's it. Like
yeah.
he liked shoot guns. He was a womanizer. Women was his
Wow.
vice. He was that type of person. He liked to be active. I think he was into baseball.
Yeah,
So
Mm.
very
even Sarah
into
Frazetta
baseball.
said that in her YouTube videos that my grandpa, women was one of his vices. I mean, you could look at the Frazetta girls, and he was pretty prolific, something like that. Sarah Frazetta, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm misquoting you, but I'd like to interview you. So yeah, just shout out right there. I'm a huge fan. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so that's it for me.
we all are here.
Just been reading that.
Me, I'm
How
just
about?
enjoying my life playing games. I've recently gotten 3 games. I got Miles Morales. I guess 2 Spider-Man games, both finished, and I recently got Arc Raiders as well. So it's a
Yay.
good vacation when the time comes.
Don't
Man,
worry,
Taking up
you
my
just have
life.
to draw 4 hours, every day.
Yeah, I will
like
try to
Frazetta.
do the Frazetta. Draw 4
Man,
hours
that was
and
a dream.
enjoy life.
Um,
Oh, man, if only I was painting again just for galleries, I'll probably do that. But nope.
Yeah.
Doing full time.
yeah, he was painting for mainstream too. Like I think mainstream art for like advertising and stuff like that.
Mm,
Back in the day, that
well,
was the case.
well, most of them were. So yeah,
Mm, yeah. All
that
right.
was a job.
How about you, Jess? Anything new with you?
I mean, tomorrow is special day, so
From this recording, tomorrow is a special day.
this recording. Yeah, tomorrow is my birthday and special birthday because it's my 30th birthday. I still can't imagine.
Pew, pew, pew.
I still
Big three.
feel
Oh.
very young,
Oh, alright.
person who's still learning and don't know anything about this world. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my biggest update, guys.
All right. We'll call it
I'll be
there.
coming up
So we
next
can-
month, Holy.
Yeah. Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be 28 next year,
So
so
Holy.
I'm catching
You're
up.
Old
close.
folks.
You're close.
Yeah. So yeah, let's cut that there so that the people are gonna be like, oh, they won't be like, oh, when are they gonna talk about the topic? Jesus,
They're yapping. Holy.
they're yapping. I mean, that's what podcasters do. Anyways, so our topic for today is finding the right mentor in your artist journey. So why why bother? Uh, can you succeed without one? Do you really need one? I think from some of the people I follow, they don't. Well, they didn't necessarily have one. But we can talk about like the different types of art teachers or art parents, as they're called. Shout out to the draftsmen. They also have a topic on this. Uh, but for our case, we can sort of, as usual, contextualize it as Filipinos and maybe as like uh, for me as a junior, how I started out with that. These two right here, they're more seasoned, so they can talk about how they started during their time. So yeah, who wants to take the lead on this first?
Mr. Season,
Anyone?
since
Mr.
it's your birthday
Season.
tomorrow.
Seasoned.
Yeah. Get that
Yeah, I think
pepper
we should.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
yeah, maybe let's just start, simple. I'm not actually sure if, talking about mentors or even mentorship, because I think it's a wide definition right now. Because,
Yeah.
before, when you say mentorship, it's like apprenticeship, which is actually still exists, especially in the studio arts, I believe. Like you serve this master, or not really, doesn't have to be like labeled as master, but a great artist, and you help the artist, you get the techniques, the learnings that you have to do. But right now, because like mentorship is kind of, I'll just use the word commercialized in a way, which is not
Yeah.
really bad. uh because of that, it's actually more accessible right now. Like, imagine getting, I don't know, like Proco or Faraj Shanyar, which I would love to talk about later.
Oh,
Being a mentor, you can't imagine that before, but with the online, with these programs and websites, platforms, having this mentorship options, now we can access it. So I'm not really sure how to, be very specific and be very clear with the definition that the audience would 100% agree when talking about mentorship, because um, some people might, consider that mentorship, which is like, for example, for me, I got the mentorship from Faraz, in Underpin Academy, which is very, very, very great experience. No, I might say it's kind of life changing in a way that I built some great habits. But of course, if you compare it to the mentorship definition before, it's really
Yeah.
far. It's like
Yeah.
more of a course with feedback.
More of a class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more of a class. Yeah. So I will just, stop there, and maybe let's talk about some specific experiences later.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's how it started. Who's next? I think let's go down the line. How
Yeah.
about you? Season number 2.
Season number
Seasoned
2.
like great steak. Well, to me, like, it's a question about if I had mentorship, or what, or how do I view
Who
mentorship?
were your mentors, if you had any?
Uh, well,
Did you have?
yeah, as JS mentioned, it's more prevalent in the visual art scene, but to me, I didn't really get that uh pure experience of having a mentor where you sit in their studio, watch them paint and all that, teach you all the techniques, teach you all that. But I did have a mentor, especially when I started in fine art, like or how I started in the gallery scene. Shout out to Freddie Montemayor, my mentor. It was his birthday a few
Oh
days ago as well.
yeah,
His name? What's his name?
Freddie
Freddie
Montemayor.
Montemayor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great
Yeah, if you guys
Filipino
know him
artist.
in the local scene, yeah, I'm pretty lucky that I have a very seasoned veteran, especially in the Philippine art scene, with a very big experience and I guess reach
Uh-huh.
in the scene as well. Because if
Yeah.
you guys didn't know, my dad was also part of their group, which was
Mm.
Saling Pusa, which I am again very lucky. I'm a little bit of a nepo baby, I guess.
For
Family of
context,
artists.
Yeah, my
Saling
dad's an
Pusa
artist. Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
collective here in the Philippines, right? For artists.
Yeah, they're a pretty big collective before, which kind of springboarded the fine art scene, I guess, in a way, where Elmer belongs to, yeah, Jim Orencio, Tony Liano, those people from
The
those
greats.
groups. So the
The
greats, yeah.
greats.
The greats
So
in the
yeah,
Philippine fine art
yeah.
scene. So if you're dipping your toes in Philippine fine art, search out those names. Get you
Contact Red.
started. Or yeah,
Contact
contact
me.
Red.
A little bit of a little bit of nepotism in the in there, but no. All seriousness, my dad actually stopped with pursuing the fine art scene, so it was kind of a hard road to pave as well, starting out or wanting to go to the fine art scene. But then again, yeah, I was chucked in there by my mom, who introduced me to my mentor Fernie, and
That's nice of her.
that's how it started. Teach me the ropes, like what galleries were great, like wh- you know the I guess a crash course of what fine arts is. Because before I actually didn't know, I just knew about painting and all that. So that's my experience of having that mentorship. But yeah, if you were wondering if I ever had that sit down of painting and all that, not really. It's mostly him speaking about or telling me the experience he's had in the industry and what to look out for and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Okay, that's origin number 2 down. Okay. I guess I'm up next as the youngest guy here. Uh, I technically started under the wing of the father of Philippine art workshops, uh,
Wow.
Fernando Sena,
The
because I think,
Fernando Sena.
yeah, he's still kicking until now. So it's like, I think 77, if I'm not mistaken. So I started under him because my mom enrolled me under his workshop. I was getting ready for UP Fine Arts Talent Test. And she knew I wanted to get in, but she had no idea like how to, like, I don't know. I think this is her way of trying to help me. I think she heard from a client or from someone like, oh, my daughter or my son went studied under him. Should enroll your son there to help him out for the talent test. So yeah, uh, that was a fun workshop. I didn't pass the UP talent test, so I'm sorry, Mr. Senna. I failed you. You, you really wanted me to pass. He did his best, but I could also feel that I didn't participate. Well, no, I went to all of the sessions, but I still feel like I needed more mileage. I should have, like, if there was an option to go every day, but then that'd be expensive, I guess, for my mom. Uh, those sessions, I think 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think they were enough. Like, I know they were like for casual, but he knew casual learners, but he knew my goal was to get in fine arts. Unfortunately, my skills were still an amateur after that. But I did take away some things. The number one lesson I got from him was he was teaching clay pastels. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
oil pastels,
Oil
oil and
pastel.
Oil
chalk
pastels. Sorry,
pastels, I
not
think.
clay. They Well, he did chalk pastels, but he made us use the oil pastels one. Um, always when you're doing something, do it painterly, not picturely. That was
Yeah.
his. That was
Mm.
his motto. Yeah, we do things here not picturely but painterly. So like ever since then, like until now, I don't want to be like super. Like I'm not trying to copy an image now. I'm trying to interpret. And thank you, Mr. Senna, for that. I'm sorry again, I failed you. Uh, Then after that, I had what I think I think this is how draftsmen defined it, the art parents. So, I didn't have a lot of money to these mentorships are really expensive, huh? So like from 60,000 to 80,000 pesos. I think in dollars that's like what above
1,000.
700
Yeah.
$1,000, yeah, something like that. So as a college student in a very expensive private school for college, yeah, my hopes of getting a mentor was like not there. So I stuck to YouTube and found my art parents, people that don't necessarily know about your existence, but they unknowingly taught you their ways through their work.
Mm.
So by that, I studied their works closely, how they would do it. If they had any process videos online, I'd try to copy their process and make them my own. Number one was the great Aaron Blaze. That's how I got started in digital art. He had a still up there. Introduction to painting in Photoshop,
Mm.
digital painting to Photoshop, something like that. So if the biggest takeaway for me was that if this old granddad can transition from traditional to digital, what's my excuse? I was at that time still not comfy with digital art. I'm like, no, I just want to stick to traditional. But uh, forgive me, I was ignorant. But I learned like he made it so fun. The process. He didn't really make it intimidating. So he was my first art parent in digital art. Next would be like Ilya Kovshinov. I tried to
Mm.
Oh yeah.
adapt his workflow. For a while, I was in that workflow. I would do his trick with like duplicating the lines and putting like color burn or overlay to give it
Yeah,
that
some effects. Yeah.
anime. Yeah. But I realized late after, like, oh, I was trying to hide my inadequacies, with the render and like all these effects, but my foundations weren't sound yet. So I realized later on that he could do that because his foundations were there. So that was the wrong way to learn. But I liked his work so much. So I still have some of his books. Then the rest, until now, I'm still learning. I'm a junior artist right now. My current art parents are Patrick J. Jones. That's one. There's Stan Prokopenko, Jeff Watts, uh, Boris Vallejo. Speaking of which, I saw he has a collab with God of War for the anniversary, along
Oh
with Julie
yeah.
Bell.
I saw it earlier. You shared it, right?
Yeah, I know. It was badass, but he's
Classic.
still kicking for an old man. Yeah. So, and I'll have a lot more of artists like Ralph Lacoste, Jeff Simpson, a lot of the OG Assassin's Creed concept artists, and the list goes on. So those are my art parents. If I really had like a full on mentor, the one that really looked over me. It was for a while when CGMA was still alive before it burned down to the ground because I heard Broco talk about this. So there,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's CGMA went
They're
up in
gone.
flames,
Oh.
unfortunately. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, my mentor there was Inka Schultz. She was a former uh artist for Blizzard. Now she's an art director for Magic the Gathering. I think her title was, or her job was like supervisor for Blizzard. Yeah, yeah. Uh, but now she's an art director for Magic the Gathering. So I took
Mm.
a course with her for 3 months, and yeah, she was able to check over my stuff, and until now I use what she taught me. So yeah, that was roughly, yeah, my origin, or like the teachers that helped me along the way. It's ever growing. I'm still a baby in this industry. So
We're
yeah,
all a baby.
that's all three of us. Yeah.
All the baby
So
indeed.
why did we yap? What do the people care about that? Because that gave like context to how do we get here. If you're a beginner or someone looking to get into the industry, maybe getting a mentor can sort of fast track that. Because another added info was that JS over here, like DJ Lumpia, he was also a mentor to me. So he gave me a 1-on-1. I don't know if you remember that
Oh
in my first
yeah,
year.
actually. Yeah,
I
I
wasn't even supposed to
I'm
be
making
there.
that face because I remember the class, but I forgot the one on one. Yeah, I did that. It's kind of
I
funny.
don't
Yeah,
It's
even
like
remember that.
it's like a real mentorship actually, if you think about it. It's like
yeah,
an actual
exactly.
mentorship, like let's talk about your life. What do you have to change? What do you have to do or something, you know?
What are my midterm goals? What are my long
Yeah,
term
even the
goals?
financial
That's
stuff and
really,
how do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, those stuff, it's like a
Wow.
real
yeah. You map
mentorship.
that. Yeah, until now, I still have my notes from that. So that was like 2 years ago in my
Yeah.
when I first got hired. Yeah. So why did that help me? It helped give me direction because I was really just grasping at straws. Uh, and yeah, Brushpoint, the community itself. Uh, I was I was unemployed when I was under Brushpoint's wing. Then I got employed during the workshop,
Yay!
and then the mentorship. If you guys remember that, so
Yeah,
it
that I
helped
remember.
narrow down and like hone my skills. And I remember JS saying like, if you really want the shortcut to like getting better and getting hired, get the mentorship. That's why I went
And
to
it's
CGMA.
yeah, it doesn't have to be like brush point. It's just general mentorship that fits you, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Go look for what you're into. Like, if you really want the cheat code, look for an artist in the position or the department you want to be in. So mine was concept art. Then see if they have courses or mentorships, then apply. So I really saved up for that, and that cost a pretty penny. I think it was like 40K pesos
Yeah,
here
yeah, yeah.
for CGMA back then, something like that, 40, 50. So yeah, that's how I ended up in CGMA for that. I think that's like the next year or the year after that. Um, Unfortunately, I still wasn't enough after that. But that's not like aside from like because she really did her best to like mentor me. It's just
Yeah.
my work was still wrong. Yeah, so it's not the course that was the problem. It's still me being raw. But I think I improved after that. Like I had some design principles that I didn't have before, and that helped push my work even more. Now, for people who maybe want to get in, do you recommend, do you still recommend maybe a change with how things are? Do you guys still recommend newbie or beginner artists to have mentors to break in?
Hmm.
Or can they go the budget route and just study the people they want to work with? What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well,
I think
sometimes
I
you
think
it
Red can
yeah.
answer that.
Yeah,
No,
well,
Yeah.
sometimes
no.
it doesn't have to be a search for a mentor. Sometimes it just comes and we're just really not aware of it. Like back in high school, um, when me and JS were still, starting out, trying to practice and all that, I had a teacher which was, not the best in technically in art, but she knows enough that it will inspire you and push you through developing whatever you have. Like shout out to Miss Soroka, like
Yay!
if I didn't get to know her or like be under her wing and learn some of the things that she knows, I'll probably not be an artist as well. Because she's been very nurturing in terms of how she wants to push you and develop your skills so much. She's really like a a guardian in a way. Like our first, or at least my first experience in having a teacher that really
Pushed
knows
you?
yeah
Mhm.
knows pushes me and knows art.
Okay.
It's been it's been tough back in high school because there were no funds and all that with art, and no one really cares. But with all that, she still manages to really push students to really develop their talents and really
Yeah.
aspire to be
Yeah.
more artists. So she's really been one hell of a inspiration for
And she
for
involves you guys like in real job opportunities, even if it's just small. Or even like the mural
Oh,
gigs and everything.
yeah,
So amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys find
yeah,
someone like that, take advantage of the opportunity that they're
Yeah.
giving.
To just
That
yeah.
sounds
just go to
very.
computer shop and play games like
Like,
Are there some
yeah, I
teachers?
remember back in the day, like, yeah, DJ
Yeah.
Lumpia didn't really know Miss Saroka, but yeah, I introduced her, and then I think in a way she also kind of inspired Brushpoint, because you know how you can just see how passionate she is with
mm.
teaching, and how she really wants to help the art scene, at least in the high school level, of really push it,
Yeah.
improve it, really have a better curriculum. She goes an extra mile to learn extra techniques and all that, to help children, teach them and all that. So it
Okay.
was kind of like a push for Brushpoint as well, that oh my gosh, we kind of need to really up our teaching game when it comes to art. So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember before, when we were just cooking up Brushpoint, or teaching or making a school, we used to do workshops back in high school and really give out as well. So I guess it was kind of like a full circle, where we were the mentors now,
Yeah.
in some way. So yeah.
I'm so sorry. There's some jackass with the loud ass motor in the driveway behind
And
them.
we live in the same area.
I
I didn't
know.
hear it. So if you guys, yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if you guys heard mine as well, but it was so loud. Like, I think
oh, I
we.
didn't hear yours.
All right,
Okay,
great,
good.
great, great.
If you
So
didn't hear
none
it,
of
then I
us,
guess. All right, then.
yeah, none of
Just
you
means
guys
we
heard
are
mine.
real
I didn't
people
hear
here.
you.
Having
Not AI.
conversation. Yeah.
Holy,
All right.
but
Wait,
yeah.
I want to give a situation. So, what if we don't have like that teacher Red had in school? How would they find a mentor? How would they go about finding a mentor if they don't have one in their immediate vicinity or school? I was fortunate. Like, my art teacher in, I think it was fourth year. He saw like I had potential because I wanted to take fine art. So it's like, oh, pwede ka, like you should practice drawing your hand as fast as you can, because that was one of the artists in UP. Unfortunately, I didn't get that artist. I didn't even get. He even told me to practice drawing statues. I didn't get the statue. I got the live
Oh,
model
really?
with vape.
Wow.
Yeah. So to cut the story short, he was trying to encourage me. So I was like, I'm out of sketch pads and stuff. So he kind of smuggled art supplies from the faculty
Wow.
and gave me a sketchbook and like I needed the eraser and a couple of pencils, I think. So I was like pretty persistent. Like, sir, you told me you would give me something. Like, oh, right. I think he forgot about it, but then I was already there. So I'm not sure if he was forced. He felt forced to get it. So he went back and then went out with the sketchbook. So yeah, shout out to you, Mr. De Leon. So uh, I mean,
This is like a
Ateneo
shout
probably
out
has funds
podcast,
for that.
to our previous
Yeah,
teachers.
to our previous
Yeah, because
teachers and
it's like
mentors.
it's talking about mentorship, so
Yeah.
there's always someone that will probably say thank you to.
Yeah, yeah. Or if you're an art teacher in public school or private school, you never know. The one you push, it might end up in games too, like us. So yeah, if Mr. De Leon put me in that path, so I kept drawing my hand over and over again. I would time myself in a few minutes, 30 minutes. But what if you don't have that? What if your art teacher doesn't really care about you? You're in that school. Where can they find them? I can start. Like I found you guys. Like I found JS through Brushpoint. So maybe go to your local art community. I think that applies to like every country, everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
If hopefully you guys have a local art community. It would suck if you didn't. But I know there are countries without a local art community. Uh, I think no, I could be wrong. Matthew, one of our members here, is from South America. He said in his area there's no local art community. That's kind of sad.
That she knows
Uh,
probably, or but yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's a
yeah,
specific town or something.
Yeah, maybe he means the
probably
town. So I doubt that there's no artist
not in
there,
the
because
whole
he's
South
one.
America. Yeah, maybe it's in
You
this
know.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one. Maybe find one there. Or if you can't, try your luck in Discord servers. There's Envor. There's Skechers. Wait, is that right?
Like,
Sorry, what's the
ex-
name?
oh,
Ske-
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but those studios have those communities
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Sorry,
Moon
Swatches.
Colony.
Oh yeah,
I said
Swatches too.
Skechers.
Swatches is actually a good community because they're active and they're giving feedback also and have some
Yeah.
mini events. And of course, I work with them too. So shout out to Swatches.
Shout out. Sorry, I said Skechers, the shoe brand. Sorry, Swatches. There we go. There's also Moon Colony. So
Yeah.
again, if you're a neophyte in like art, you're like, what are those names? Do a quick Google search. Those are like very open communities. You can
Yeah.
join them. And I know their voice channels are like open for everyone. So you never know. You can get like feedback from an art director from a game company, like casually. Here locally in the Philippines, we have Brushpoint and Metal Pen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a little lore drop. I started with Metal Pen first before Brushpoint. So
Mm.
Sir Tots actually gave me feedback. Like he was like, fix your composition first. Like I didn't know like how to compose properly. Like I was so amazed when he drew over my. I was drawing like a giant mythological bird. Like like he really changed the composition. Like that's more dynamic. That was leading the eye. Rule of thirds. Like whoa. So and it took him like 5 minutes, but it changed so much for the better. So there was that. So he was very casual about it. He'll make a joke every now and then. But yeah, maybe you have someone like Sir Tots Valdez in your community.
Shout
So
out. Yeah.
yeah,
Shout
those are
out
the local,
again.
yeah, local ones. Then there are the paid options. Again, I'd like to keep this in like maybe second resort because it costs money. So maybe you can save up for it, but don't always expect that you'll get the job right away after it. Because I was, then my head was there like, okay, I'm learning straight from a concept artist. I'm AAA qualified. No, I wasn't. I got rejected by AAA studios here. So I was still raw. And I asked why. Then my anatomy was not there. My design, they liked the way I thought, but my technical skills still need to catch up. So there was that. So again,
Hmm.
just because you paid a high amount doesn't necessarily mean you'll get a job right away. There are different types of mentors who will like not let you go until you get a job. I think his name is Timothy, the guy on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I
Chalamet.
always
No.
see him
No,
post in LinkedIn. Yeah, those concept art
uh,
posts.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
been.
I
And
know
I
his
think
model is
his
that like
students are great, yeah. But
I think it's
yeah,
Art Nest. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
You
think
can try that. Yeah, he really won't like let you graduate until you get a job. So I don't know how much his mentorship is, but with a deal like that, he's not gonna give up on you until your ass is hired.
yeah.
Guess you like that. So those are the options I know of. But how about you guys?
I
I think you
mean,
pretty much said.
yeah,
That's pretty much
Told
it.
it's
everything.
like a lot
Like,
of
Yeah,
examples.
yeah, but I think the one you
precise.
missed is more of like people who are more of into YouTube, because
Oh,
I'm sure you guys watch a lot of artists as well in YouTube, and usually they have communities as well. So that's also a way
yeah,
to join their community. Usually they have a Discord server or
yeah.
a Patreon or whatever. They I'm sure they have a community.
Do some digging because there's a lot more options now than when these two started, than when I started, which was like around 2020 after college. So it's grown. Just do a quick search in YouTube. We can start them off with a couple of channels, I guess. Number one, you can't go wrong with Proco.
Yeah,
He's been here for a long time. What's Atelier? Atelier.
yeah.
I'm Filipino, so we
Atelier.
pronounce the R.
Really,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
What else?
Marco Bucci. I'm not sure if I'm
Of
pronouncing
course,
his name right. Tyler
Mm,
I think it's
Mark
Mark
Edlin,
Bucci.
Brunette.
Mark Burnett,
Yeah, Tyler Edlin.
and it's actually maybe in some
Wait, was that
sense,
Mark Brunette?
yeah,
Oh yeah, Mark Brunette. Yeah,
it's
who's
kind
that?
of
Next.
you know depends on what your goal is, which I think it's also very similar when talking about finding the right quote unquote right mentor. It's like when you
Okay.
think about it, I just realized it now. When you think about what's the right channel to follow, or because you can
How
follow
will you
all the
know?
videos in YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you know, right? But yeah,
Okay.
those are the safe. I think the safest
Hey,
channel. Yeah, Proco in general. It's like Proco is not about anatomy only anymore. It
Yeah, yeah,
generally
yeah,
is
yeah.
yeah.
like art. So yeah,
Be it digital or traditional. And
yeah,
a lot of the teachers there that they ask for collabs with have their own schools and stuff, like Tyler
yeah,
Edlin. It's an affiliation
and
collab.
collaborate.
Patrick Jones
Yeah,
was there.
Patrick
Yeah, yeah.
Jones.
A lot of people, a lot of concept artists also have been featured there. Shape Carver. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, I'm blacking out, but I know Shape Carver is there.
Yeah.
Tiffany
Some
Mang,
people from
who was
yeah.
also mentorship. Tiffany Mang, greeting
Oh yeah,
calls.
right.
Mm.
Yeah. So check out Proko. There's lots of teachers you can take a pick your poison from. Okay,
Yeah.
but I like the like. Can we go back to what you said? Like, how will you know which one is the right one for you? I think that's
Mm.
important. All right, you want to expand on that?
Okay.
You had a mentorship with Faraz, right?
Yeah, I actually
Why
had a
why
lot
pick
of.
Faraz?
That's a great way to start that. Because when I'm thinking earlier, like you're saying all the classes and even maybe the books or courses that you got, uh, for the past, I think for the past 4 years or 3 years, I've got into a lot of workshops and maybe just one mentorship. But I've got a lot of online learning courses this past few years because I think those are the things that I missed out. So maybe my short answer to your earlier question is actually you should get a mentor because for me who haven't got like technically like an official mentor, that's what uh that I'm hungry for having
Yeah.
a mentor. So if you can afford it, it's best to look for a mentor. And finding the right mentor, again, based from my personal experience and as an educator also, I think it's not a thing that you can make a formula of, okay, here's the criteria. I mean, the best criteria is what's your goal, what's your
Yeah.
learning approach. Of course, that's obviously the criteria, but at the same time, you will not know it until you try to be a learner in specific. Like for example, let's say, how do you learn anatomy? I mean, do you start from Andrew Loomis, Michael Hampton? There's a lot of ways
Yeah.
Oh,
to learn anatomy, and they're all great. They're all right. There's not a single wrong in those books that we all know. Like for example, the Force. Maybe you're more into gesture. Maybe you want more structure and with perspective. You want to be like close to Kim Jong Gi. Maybe you need to read Tom Fox
Tom
Ross.
Fox. Yeah.
So, but
no,
there's
box.
not. How do you judge that, right? So
Yeah.
I think, and the interesting part is even though I gave an advice to you, Justin, that time.
Oh,
I gave an advice that you should look for, like for example, what's your goal? In some way, it's not really. It's like just the first step uh, to the solution that you're looking for because, for example, with my experience, so this again, Faraz Shanyar is great, but honestly speaking, so this, what is this?
Whoa.
So,
Hot
shoot,
I
no,
take.
no,
think
hot
No, no,
take.
no, no, no.
It's because I really thought that I will be learning a lot of design in that course because that's dynamic character design, right? So I
Hmm.
focused on the word character design. I didn't focus on the dynamic part. And it seems that when I got that mentorship, it's like 99% dynamic character.
Anatomy.
And
Holy.
so after that mentorship, I am really asking myself, eh, should I regret or not? But to make the long story short, my conclusion is I'm very thankful of course, first of all, because Fresh and is great. Shout out to you. So,
Oh, he's a
and at the
great
same
artist.
time,
Yeah.
I realized that uh, I want to learn those design stuff, but what he taught are the things that I actually need to learn. It's like it's not just simple learning stuff or techniques. It's like I thought that I can draw hands well, and all that those ideas in my head, all that disappeared, and he broke it. It's like in my head, I'm just a baby. It's like that. Okay, so I don't know how to draw a character well, how to draw a hand. It's like all these mistakes, that to the point that every time I draw a character, I always think about how would Faraz
For us,
see
dude.
this.
Ah, that's
And
the
I
voice
think
Yeah.
in.
that's more impactful compared to the one that I'm expecting, which is, just generally learning about design. So is that a great experience or not? It's really hard to judge, right? And again, of
Yeah.
course, sometimes the hard thing is, great artists doesn't mean great teachers. It's a problem
Oh yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Ah,
Like
okay.
what we were
sometimes,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes there are not that great artists, but they're very good teachers. It's like they they have this skill to pinpoint your weaknesses and to break your bad habits. And of
Mm,
course, if you can get both, that's perfect. But in this life, and with a lot of, lot of artists, mentorships, it's really hard to know that. So, uh, maybe my general advice to younger artists, who are just starting, is just, you know try to read some books first, or watch some YouTube. And if you're ready to commit, which is a very important part of mentorships too, because some students expect that,
uh,
okay, I get this course, I will be like him, I will be like her after this. But it's like the teacher or the mentor is learn this stuff for 20 years. The mentor's
they've got the
job is
mileage.
to
Yeah.
to make sure that you avoid those bad habits and you focus on the right things. That's literally just the
Yes.
Yeah.
mentor's job. So, if try some stuff first, and if you have the money, you have the time and energy, then you can commit. But at the same time, don't take too long on trying so little stuff to the point that you already have developed bad habits before you go into the mentorship. Again, all
Yeah.
those are subjective. But yeah,
Yeah. Then once you're there, like really commit because again, it's takes money and they'll keep going with or without you. So
yeah,
during my mentorship, I still had my day job and I was leading like a game at the time and I was really stressed. And I still had to finish my homework for the course. It was very thorough. Every week we had a deliverable. And uh, to get my money's worth, I really had to commit. Like,
yeah,
as much as it sucked, I had like a lot of all nighters just finishing the weekly deliverable. So if by Saturday was our deadline, I had to submit this I had to submit like 5 iterations. It's happening. Yeah. Even though I had like other stuff happening at work, which was also art related. So it's gonna be tiring, especially if you're still a student or employed while juggling that.
yeah.
I think it's a lot easier on your neural load if you didn't have anything going on. But if you're fortunate to be in that position, by all means, more power to you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, but it was worth it for me. Like I know, like I still didn't make it in AAA, but again, I wanna repeat. It wasn't Inka's fault. It wasn't the course's fault because she was very thorough. Like she really went in. Like as a concept artist, you got to question everything. Like what's the technology in this world? Why do you need to know what's the technology? Are they in the Stone Age? Are they futuristic? Are they in industrial? Because that will
Hmm.
inform the weaponry of the soldiers, the military, if there is a military, that means there's a hierarchy. And then that will bleed into why are like the types of military or security in a certain area. If they're protecting something or someone high level, they're gonna be really decked out. Like who are they protecting? It's so important. See, so it's like a rabbit hole. So I learned that from the course. Back then, I wasn't. I guess my research wasn't as deep as before as after that. So that's one of the few things that I didn't know I would need until that. I'm sure there are videos on YouTube that would talk about that, but they really went in depth because I had Inca checking my homework and questioning like, oh, why is she wearing this fabric? Because maybe she'd stitch it up because I was doing a concept art for a manananggal, which is a creature that splits from her torso. So maybe her lab coat had signs of tear because she was always like on the move. It would be frayed. It would have that detail. So it's like sewn in together. And she made me think like how does a manananggal actually split? Like does she do it herself? Does she inflict pain? Like does she like claw her abs and rip herself away from it? I never really thought about it. I just always accepted that a manananggal would like just fly away from her legs.
Yeah, because we
So
all know that, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But we
but we
didn't question
never
it.
really think of how they separate and all that.
How
Exactly. As a
does it work?
concept artist, that's your problem to solve because you're gonna have to describe it to the 3D modelers and the animators and the cinematographers, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's one of the things that sold me because I checked the course outline, I guess, and like the sample plates or sample outputs of the students before me. So again, if you want to make sure the course you're taking is gonna be worth your penny and your time, like check like do a lot of research because what would suck is if you paid already and then you realize, oh shit, this is the wrong course for me. But I paid like 60,000, 40,000 already. Like, too late. So yeah, do that. Really,
Yeah,
really do your research well. And do your
but
background
I
check on the teachers. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
but I
What's up?
think like what would really solidify the idea of finding a mentorship is if we find that mentor that would really push us to keep on working instead of like, oh,
Ah,
I heard this guy was great or I heard
Yeah.
this girl was great. We kind of romanticize some of the artists as well or think too much of
mhm,
how great they are, but then when we enroll or get them as a mentor, it they don't resonate with us. So I think
right.
like if we were to sum up what we've talked about from the beginning, from our mentors from high school and all that, it's people who've inspired us to keep on going. So I think to find the right mentor for you is to find someone that would really make you work for or work towards your goal.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't have to be, again, like the best artists there is. They don't have to be so good at teaching and all that, but like they have to be enough for you to keep on working on yourself as well, because they're not just there to teach you the technical stuff but to really push you as a better artist, as a better person. They
Yeah.
don't have to really spoon feed you with all the techniques, all the technology and all that, but they just really have to really show you the path of improvement and all that. So yeah.
I think you can
Couldn't have put it
also
better
apply
myself.
it in a way that like an athlete, because there's
Mm.
coach, and the coach
Mm,
will not teach you, you have to dribble like this or something, especially in the professional level, because at that stage you don't really talk about those things that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those professional athlete, regardless of sa football or basketball, they also have this nutritionist, and they also have like a different coach or mentor in a
Yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
for
yeah.
fitness. But all in all, it all pushes you in the same goal, which is to be an effective, great player in the court. So,
Yeah.
I mean, in the industry, like for example, we can say that this person, maybe it's not official, but this person became your mentor, uh, to push you to believe in yourself. Like for example, I have this uncle. Unfortunately,
Mm.
he already passed away, but I will never forget him
Oh,
because since I was a kid, he's the only person, or he's the first person who really, who I know genuinely believed in me, that I can be
oh,
an artist outside my family, because my family is supportive already. But I always
Yeah.
experience, like for example,
oh,
in classes, like, don't draw, we're always drawing. You need to write down the topic and
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
whenever my uncle saw my sees my notebook and my works, even though it's rough, even though it's like a monster, because sometimes my other teachers like, don't draw monsters, it's bad or something. But this uncle, very grateful to him. It's like, yeah, I even though I don't dream to be an artist that time, it's like in my head, yeah, I can do this, because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this person believes in me aside from my family. So in a way, it's not an official mentor, see, but it's like a very big impact in terms of my self confidence in my craft, and of course in other things like technical things, how to do anatomy, these techniques, you know, uh, different experience. But in short, maybe what I'm saying here is you can have different mentors too at the same time, which helps you
Yeah.
again, uh, to push you in the same goal, which Red talked about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's like the best way as well, to have a lot of mentors. It's like trying to learn anatomy with just one person. I don't think it
Who's really
just
good.
works that
exactly.
way. I don't think it just works that way. Or like when you're trying to learn anatomy, it's not that we try to learn it all in one go, but
Yeah.
we try to learn it one step at a time. Like, oh, I forgot, or I don't know how to draw the forearm in this angle, so we'll try to search someone who's done it, and then we look for it. And I guess that's kind of like how mentorships work, where we, or whenever we have a hurdle, I think that's where we try to look for what mentorship we need. Like for now, I think for me, my goal next year as well is to learn a lot of background stuff. So
Mm.
I am thinking of
I know
artists.
why.
No, no, but like genuinely, I have been very afraid of tackling a lot of background. Like the
Oh,
process
same,
of
yeah,
it is
yeah,
quite grueling. Like rendering so much material, and to do that very efficiently is like the goal. You know,
Yeah.
to do that very efficiently, quickly, and really put out a lot of work, that is a game changer, especially if you're a background artist or whatever. So yeah, my
mhm,
goal next year is to probably, I hope Leia Pinto would open up again a mentorship, and I'll probably save up for that. Or if there are any other background artists, like maybe people who worked on Jibaro. I'm such a fan of their the
Yeah.
graphical realism style, so I might
oh,
just look for it. So yeah. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, you try to look for the mentorships that will help you go over that hurdle. So yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna do the same next year. I'm just waiting for like when I can like move again. So I think our house is gonna be done renovating because it's hard to like be in a mentorship and then I have to like move in between. Like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
no,
hard.
can't handle this.
It's like
I'll wait
missing
for that
one
because
week is a big,
okay,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. Then I
big
have to
thing.
like wait for the internet to reconnect. It'll take like 1 week for them to process that. Actually, 10 days. So the server here. So I can't do that. But I was supposed to take Jeff Simpson's workshop. You
Mm,
remember
Ooh.
that when you posted here in the
yeah.
server? Like, I really wanted to
Mm,
take it, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. So, yeah, maybe next year. Hopefully, he has another one. If not, I can just look for another concept artist. Well,
yeah.
again, yeah, you should. Oh, I think we skipped over this important rule. Like, you should know what you want to do
Yeah.
in art, so you're not
Yeah,
wasting
yeah,
your time and
yeah,
money. I forgot that was pretty important. We should put it at the very start. So,
yeah.
you know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but it's
comment
kind
the
of like what
timestamp.
it's kind of like what I talked about, about the hurdles thing. Like if
Yeah, the
you
hurdles.
are
Yeah.
stuck at something, then that's kind of like the quick answer to that. But yeah, go on.
But to really drill it in, like not just where you're stuck in, but um, like what profession or what field in the pipeline. If you
Mm.
want to work in games or at film, like do you want to be viz dev? Do you want to be a background artist? Do you want to be in marketing as an illustrator? Because that helps narrow it down. Back then, I was looking at a lot of illustration tutorials. So, like for
Mm.
Splasher, like, oh, yeah, like Ilya Kushino, he's an illustrator. I was adapting his stuff, his pizzazz. I wasn't looking like at the structure, like, oh, he can make it look pretty because he knows his anatomy. He knows how to stylize. I was just copying him, but I wasn't understanding what he was doing. So I was
Mm.
getting the look, but I wasn't getting the structure. Like my like the feels wasn't there, you know. So the impact, the design, there was no design. I just made it look like as pretty as I could or as close as Ilias. So yeah, know what you wanted. So I didn't know back then that yeah, concept art was something I really wanted to lean more into. I'm not saying like illustrations out of the way for me because at work I have to illustrate too,
Yeah.
along with like game design and stuff. So again, if you don't want to waste time, because you know those hours I spent like trying to like learn those illustration techniques when I should have been learning more of the fundamentals, more of the gesture, more of anatomy, structure, and design thinking. I could have say use those times to like study more of that. Yeah, that's it. So
Y-
what else?
I
I think we covered everything.
just want to say
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry.
I just, I'm thinking right now that knowing what you want and the structure that you need, it's actually helpful to have a mentor specifically for that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you say, if I'm a beginner, how would I know, right?
Mm.
Yeah, how do
You
you know
don't
what
know
you
what you
don't
don't
know?
know.
Oh,
Yeah, you
dude,
don't know what you
no.
don't
Exactly.
know.
It's the cycle of, not
It's a paradox.
being,
Oh shit, we
I
should
don't
have
know.
started with
It's a
this. Why are we
cycle.
putting this in the
Yeah.
end?
Yeah, but you think
Alright,
about it. It's like for example, right now, I will say that it's simple to learn illustration. Well, I can say that because I already know how to illustrate.
what
That's why
Oh
illustration
yeah.
is.
Oh
that's why
yeah.
I can break down, you just have to know perspective values, certain amount of anatomy, and then uh color theory, what's the most use colors or lighting in illustration. I can break down,
Cinematography. Yeah. Yeah.
specifically maybe for card
Composition.
games. But
Yeah.
I can say that because I I already know it. And yeah, I'm just thinking it's kind of funny, you should know
Yeah,
what you want, but how would you know
but
what you want?
yeah,
Yeah.
the
A
problem
mentor.
is
It's a struggle. Yeah.
the younger
It's a
ones or the
journey.
people that are starting out, they don't know about the other things. They just know they want to draw. They didn't know like, oh, you're talking about illustration, but then they want to work in games. I said like, what, an illustrator? Yeah, but when they apply for a concept art position because that's the art. It has the word art in it,
Yeah.
so they
Mm.
don't know what it means, right? So, oh no,
Yeah,
you're gonna
even
need
in
someone
schools,
to
right?
like
In
talk to.
universities,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will use the
It's like
word
enrolling in school.
concept
Oh my
art,
gosh.
illustration, and then you as industry artist, no, that's wrong. That's the wrong term for that. But you know that the students will expect something different, and that's kind of sad in a way. So it's like I have a responsibility to for us educators or all the mentors in the world because those students want they want clarity and they want clear path, you know, quality guidance, but at the same time, it's like yeah, just so hard to to put it and have this really clear structure, especially in art. So yeah,
how could they like?
There is no
How could
structure in
there
art,
is no.
it's a personal struggle and journey for each of us. It I
yeah?
mean, mentors would really do help you kind of carve out the way, at some point in your life, but
Maybe a
it
friend
really
will do,
depends.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
you
I
know,
think it's a skill
yeah,
also, you know,
yeah.
that you develop,
Or you just
knowing what you want, knowing what's the right thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
and how do you get there? By
It's
researching.
discipline.
So you
And by
should really
Mostly
like
trying,
look
by
discipline.
talking
it
to
up.
more people.
People, you really have
Yeah.
to get out there. And that's a perfect way. Like, that's why we have Brushpoint. And if you want to be part of
Yep.
that, you can click the link in the description, be
Yes.
part of a community. Yeah. You can ask around. The people here can ask me, JS, Red, or other people who hang out like about the industry. Uh Honestly, I knew about like most of the stuff before Brushpoint from Metal Pen. Like all the people there would talk about it. Like, what is it that you're trying to do here?
Hmm.
Is this like a splash art? Is this a matte painting? Is this concept art? So when they were asking, like, I don't even know what's the difference between all those three at the time. So yeah, you'll really learn. You really cut your teeth in the servers within the community. So get out there. We're a friendly bunch. Most of the people are friendly. So yeah, go to your art community. Again, there's no other way around it. If you're an introvert, well, you cannot like turn on your mic, you can
Can
chat,
just
or you can
mute.
just really research. There's no other way but to Google. Everything's on the internet. How do you know what to search? I have something to share. How I discovered Brushpoint. I literally typed in YouTube like Filipino concept artist,
Wow.
Wait,
and
is it the
then
Amazing.
the
interview?
interview with Sir
Yeah.
Thoughts. And he's not even a concept artist, he's an illustrator, but
Yeah.
I think Filipino art was the keyword. That's how I knew,
We
like,
got
oh
that
wow, this is
keyword
cool.
Filipino art.
Yeah. And then his artwork like looked familiar because I would see his works in Aswang Project
Yeah.
website along with the Facebook page. So like, oh, so this is their thoughts. And then I fell down the rabbit hole. So again, just search bar, it's your best friend. Um, Put it there. You never know what'll pop out. So yeah, I think we covered everything, have we? Is there anything else you think we missed? Because that
Still,
last
let
one,
us
like,
know down in the comments below, and we will answer them.
yeah, if you guys
Very,
think we missed
very.
something, maybe it's a situational, maybe you have something going on, like your family's holding you back. They don't want you to get an art teacher. What if it's like that? What do you do? Comment down below.
Yeah.
We became therapists if we do that. So,
Oh, by the
yeah.
way, I
But
just
then,
want to add one
yeah,
thing. Just what?
yeah, what's up?
I'm not sure how to explain this, but it's like you can look for mentors that you think that will really understand you in some way.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
for example, recently, I even forgot his name, but just this guy on YouTube who has like very few followers, but he's a great artist, and at the same time, he's so focused on his course or mentorship is focused on doing the art that you really want, and I think it
Mm-hmm.
resonates with me, and at the same time, when thinking about it, it's like just a personal thing that connects to you. Like for example, if you have these struggles, or you have this, it may be technical, it may be in terms of in career, you know and how they talk, you can check their YouTube, you can check their works, and you can see if this is what this guy is always talking about. Like for example, there are other artists who always focus on, again, uh, value in art, or maybe the Timothy, that the one that you mentioned earlier, in concept art. So it's like you can actually say that it's like preaching it, and you
Yeah.
know what he's preaching, you know what he's focusing, and you can see if that matches what if it answers your questions in what you need. So yeah, just a small tip. If you have this criteria or everything, like in the end, just ask yourself, uh, does this guy answers your question in his posts, in his videos, and everything? So yeah.
Yeah. His name is Timothy. I just searched in LinkedIn right now. Timothy Mathen.
Yeah.
Timothy with
Mathen.
like
Sometimes his post is
no
kind
wives.
of controversial in a way because there's little hit
Ah,
sometimes. So you can also
yeah,
judge that, do you really want that approach or not? We're not saying if
hmm.
it's wrong or right, but
Or
it's
maybe it's
like
like his way to get your attention in the post.
maybe, but
Yeah,
it's like you see what the mentor believes in, and
yeah. Oh,
those are the things that you will
yeah.
get.
If yeah, you gotta make sure like how do I say this? What they believe in or like what they stand for
Sometimes they
resonates
have this great skill that
with you.
matches your
Yeah,
expectation, but at the same time, the approach on how you will learn that will mainly come down to how they view the art. Like
Mm.
yeah,
recently,
yeah.
there's this guy. I don't know if it's her or him, like posting in ArtStation using AI for splash art, and
Oof.
it's also controversial. So it's like this person is teaching how they use, like, for actual projects, and it's like
Uh,
sharing. So is it okay or not depends on you. So
yeah,
there's a wide range of, it's like we mentioned all those safe mentorships, safe programs, safe communities, but in the end, what you really want is, the specific, as much as possible, you want to discover, in the end, the right approach for you, the effective
yeah,
mentor for you, just like a
yeah. You
coach. Yeah.
gotta. Yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but I
Yeah.
know someone about like who recently, not really recently, but who's under a mentor, and then like you didn't like the personality afterwards, but like you're stuck there in the mentorship. I mean, he admits the mentor is like really skilled, but like there's
Mm.
something about the personality that rubbed him off. Like, so do your research about that, like
Yeah,
if their
if you
values
can.
and their personality. Yeah, I mean, it can't help it sometimes, but it would help.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're not saying that
most of the time.
mentorship is always
Mm.
perfect, guys. Just be
Yep.
careful
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Do your diligence, please. So yeah,
Yeah.
we can end with that. Yeah, yeah. So shout out again to Patrick J. Jones. I like his personality.
Yeah.
He's he might be old, but like he's a young guy at heart. I like you can check his Proco videos. The way that really drew me in. That's why I like signed up for his course. So yeah, do diligence. So, yeah. What
Yeah.
else? Yeah, that's about it. I think we can
Merry
cap it off there.
Christmas. Yeah.
Merry
Oh yeah,
Christmas. Yeah, you'll see
by the
us
time this,
next year after this one.
yeah, we have more content that we can't spoil. Maybe a collab. So yeah,
Mhm.
keep your
Maybe
eyes. If you're part of the Discord server,
new
yeah.
activities, news, new
Mm,
everything.
and check our Facebook
New
page too. I
casts.
don't Newcast.
New
Oh, what?
host.
Yeah, more stuff.
New
New host. Yeah.
hosts,
Will I
new
get to
mentors,
retire?
yeah.
Yeah.
Will
Will I
I
retire?
be here
Mhm.
next episode of the Brushpoint podcast?
No, it sounds like someone's like leaving. Oh, but yeah,
No, we're not. No one's leaving. Don't worry.
Yeah.
more
Who
fun to
knows?
come. So,
Man, if you're gonna
is this
leave
your?
because you got a great job in other country, it's okay. It's fine with us. Just don't forget us.
Um,
I will still be in the podcast,
Yeah.
just in a
it's a
different
different
time
time zone.
zone. Period.
Nice. Alright. So yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for thanks for the lovely chat.
Yeah.
See you
That's
next
it.
year.
Lovely chat. Please
Bye.
chat with us down at our Discord server. Yeah, so we're
Now the
lonely.
link. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.